Last September, a friend of mine, Alexia, stopped responding to my texts after our fourth date. We'd connected instantly, laughed for hours, and I thought we were heading somewhere real. Then silence. I did what most guys do, doubled my efforts. More thoughtful messages, more questions about her day. I even sent flowers to her workplace. Each attempt pushed her further away. That was the third woman in 8 months who had suddenly gone cold on me. I was doing everything the relationship book suggested, being attentive, communicative, showing interest. Yet somehow it was backfiring spectacularly. Then I discovered something that changed everything. Women don't respond to effort. They respond to energy. When I finally understood this distinction and applied it with the next woman I dated, something remarkable happened. Not only did she never pull away, but when minor disconnects happened, she was the one reinitiating contact. The same principles have now worked in countless situations, whether in new relationships, rekindling faded connections, or strengthening existing ones. This isn't about manipulation or games. It's about understanding the emotional dynamics that create genuine attraction and connection. Let me show you exactly how it works. Number 1, understand her emotional blueprint. Let's get one thing straight. Women don't just pull away out of nowhere. There's always a deeper emotional current at play. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's overwhelming. Maybe she's been conditioned to protect her heart because the last time she opened up, she got burned. Here's the secret most men never crack. Her emotional blueprint, how she connects, communicates, and retreats, is often shaped long before you come along. It's less about you and more about how safe she feels in your presence. And yes, this means even the smallest emotional disconnect can trigger a retreat. When she pulls away, she's not testing you. She's protecting herself. The question is, do you know how to respond without pushing her further? Number 2, stop chasing, start attracting. There's a massive difference between chasing and attracting. Chasing says, I need you to come back so I feel okay. Attracting says, I'm solid and you're welcome to come closer when you're ready. One makes her retreat. The other draws her in. When she becomes distant, your instinct might be to double down more texts, more affection, more what's wrong messages. But here's the irony, that urgency repels her. Shift your energy. Pull back with intention. Let her feel your absence, not as punishment, but as space for her to miss what you bring. Number 3, the power of emotional safety. When a woman feels emotionally unsafe, she shuts down. That doesn't mean she's angry. It means she doesn't feel like her emotions are welcome. Creating emotional safety isn't about agreeing with everything she says. It's about giving her space to be honest without fearing backlash, lectures, or being dismissed. Phrases like, I hear you, or that makes sense, can open doors you didn't even know were closed. Watch her body language when you validate her without trying to fix her. You'll see the armor start to fall. Because emotional safety isn't just sexy, it's magnetic. Number 4, speak to her desires, not your needs. Here's a hard truth. If you lead with your needs, she'll feel the pressure before she feels your presence. She's not looking for another person to emotionally babysit. She's looking for a man who gets her without needing her to carry his emotional world. Want her attention? Speak to her core desires. Make her feel understood, not overwhelmed. Use curiosity instead of control. Try, I notice you've been quiet lately. Is there something you're feeling that you haven't had space to say? That's how you make her feel seen. And when a woman feels seen, her walls crumble. Number 5, rebuild her trust without begging. Begging never builds connection. It builds guilt. The path to trust is subtle. You don't rebuild it through words, you rebuild it through presence, through consistency, through staying grounded even when things feel shaky. Instead of asking her to open up, create moments where she naturally does. A calm evening, a walk with no agenda, a text that says, no pressure to respond, just wanted to say, I appreciate you. That's the kind of energy that makes her miss what you bring. That's how you restore closeness without forcing it. Number 6, the reset button. Move that changes everything. Sometimes the best move is silence, not out of spite, but out of strength. The reset button is all about intentional space. Pull back not to punish her, but to restore your own clarity. Give her room to feel the absence of your emotional effort and let her choose whether she wants to step back in. This isn't the silent treatment. It's strategic calm. When you stop chasing and simply be, you create contrast. And contrast creates clarity for both of you. Number 7, mirror her energy, but with purpose. Mirroring isn't mimicry. It's emotional intelligence in action. If she's being distant, don't go overboard trying to close the gap. Reflect her pace. Match her tone. Let her feel that you're aware of her shift without reacting emotionally to it. But here's the catch. You do it with purpose. You're not withdrawing to punish. You're pacing her to create resonance. And that subtle emotional rhythm, it reignites curiosity. When she starts wondering why you're calm, that's when she leans back in. Number 8, set boundaries that make you more attractive. Boundaries aren't walls. They're invitations to connect in a healthy, balanced way. When you say, I want to connect, but I won't chase, you set a boundary. When you communicate, I'm here when you're ready, but I won't stay stuck in uncertainty, you show strength. Women respect what they can't walk all over. Want to shift the dynamic? Stop over-accommodating. Start leading. Let your boundaries speak louder than your words. Everything I've shared comes down to a simple truth. Women are drawn to authentic energy that feels secure within itself. This isn't about tricks or tactics. It's about becoming the kind of man who understands emotional dynamics and remains centered within them. The kind of man who can hold space for her feelings without losing himself in them. The kind of man who leads with clarity instead of chasing with need. When you embody these principles, you won't just get what you want 99% of the time. You'll create connections that are mutually fulfilling, where both of you feel chosen rather than cornered, inspired rather than obligated. And that's the most valuable relationship skill you could possibly develop. If you found these tips helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next episode on love, dating, and building strong relationships. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear your stories and insights. Stay tuned for more relationship tips and advice. And as always, keep decoding the secrets of love. Until next time, take care and keep your heart open.